Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of my September-October favourites. Touch wood, the camera seems alright, so maybe I could have put this in the one video, but I haven't. Right, next up the exciting bits, makeup. Makeup's been a bit varied this month, obviously these 2 months. Obviously when I was on holiday I stuck to a sort of set pile of makeup. As much as I used some nice things and that much, and eye makeup wise, nothing really stood out from my holidays. But a couple of other products did. So we'll start with lip products. First up, one I took on my holidays with me, and I just think it just seemed to work. The colour was summery, nice with a tan, and yeah, it was this one by MUA Makeup Academy, which are exclusive to Superdrug. And it is this one. As you can see, it's sort of a peachy coral colour. What shade is it? It is shade number 7, and I actually took a lot of sort of coral clothing with me, especially for evenings, so this really went with it. Now let's see, where can I swatch it? Now I'm doing it on my back and my arm because I've just sprayed perfume on my wrist. No, that's not going to work. We'll do it on my wrist instead. There, that's what it looks like. I don't know how well you can see it. As I say, this light is a bit iffy, but it's sort of a peachy coral colour. It's sort of a bright without being a scary bright, which I found, and I've actually really liked that. And for £1, I don't think you can go wrong. Even if it's not, turns out not to be for you, you can't go wrong. So that was one I took with me. Now one I used a lot since I got back, and it is by Laura Geller. As you know, I love Laura Geller. I particularly love our Balance and Brighten. Balance and Brighten foundation face powder. I actually took that on holiday with me again, and again it would fall into a favourites video. You're probably sick of seeing it, so I didn't feel to include it, but it's right up there as per usual. It's a great holiday product. And yeah, but this is a lipstick, and it was from a collection called, I think it was called I Dream of Italy. And it was a TSV, today's special value on QVC, and I have to say this is lovely. The lipstick was actually so popular that I think she made it sort of a permanent line, and it's still available, and it's called Riviera. I'm sorry, it's looking a bit smooshed, and it's basically a sort of marbled effect. It's got about 3 or 4 or 5, maybe more different colours marbled into it, but just watch it there. As you can see, it's a lovely pretty brownish nude colour. It's really nice, it's really wearable, and I've worn it an awful lot, hence its rather sad condition. But yeah, I really like that. I think you can still get this on QVC. I've definitely seen this on QVC in the last sort of 2 months. But I definitely recommend picking it up. Laura Geller is exclusive to QVC in the UK. I believe she does QVC, maybe Italy now, maybe Germany. I know she does Italy, and I know you can buy Laura Geller from Laura Geller directly and in Ulta in the US, but Riviera, if you can find it, it's a really nice lipstick and it looks nice with the marble effect. And finally, a lipstick that I've been using a lot in October, and into November actually. I've been using this quite a bit. It's been one of those throw-on colours when you can't think of what else to wear. And it is by Too True, who are another company who are exclusive to Superdrug in the UK. And all their products are £1.99 each, or 3 products for £4.99. I showed a couple of nail varnishes in my last haul video from Too True, but this is one of their Glossywear lipsticks, and this is in shade number 3. And as you can see, it's just a lovely wearable pink, slightly bright pink. I was going to say maybe Angel, but with a bit more depth to it. Maybe not as pale as Angel. Not sure. I'll give you a swatch so you can have a look. Yeah. There, that's what it looks like. That one there. I have to say, for £1.99, this is a really good lipstick. I'm actually moving away from buying expensive lipsticks, as much as I love the quality, say, of a Rouge Volupte or the taste of a matte lipstick. To be honest, sometimes they just don't last long enough on your mouth to justify the price. So I'm actually looking at a few cheaper brands, and I have to say I really like this one. If you're interested in Too True Cosmetics, by all means check out my blog in the next week or so, because I'm going to be doing a full budget beauty series post on how good Too True is, including loads of on the nail varnishes and a bit thorough depth review of this. Right, what else? We'll go to the eye. Yeah, we'll go to eyes next. Next up, a mascara. Now, I know people must have a love-hate relationship with this mascara. I think you either love it or you hate it. There's no middle ground with it. But I have to say I love it. I'm ashamed to say I have 6 mascaras actually open and on the go at the moment, which is terrible. And I have about another 10 to 11 in the drawer to be used, which is just disgusting. My name's Louise and I'm a mascara junkie, a shampoo junkie and everything else junkie. But yeah, I actually quite like this, and this is the second one I've had, and it is Maybelline the Colssal Volume Express Mascara. Now, it's got a lovely bushy brush, nice big brush, which I normally don't like on a mascara, but I've never really had that many problems with this one. And I know a lot of people criticise Maybelline mascaras for the smell, sort of like a combination of rose petals and baby wipes, but I quite like the smell and I've never noticed any irritation from it. I mean, I don't know how well you can see, but I'm actually wearing this at the moment, and this is 1 coat of mascara. Basically, it's just been a go-to product. I know that I can always guarantee on this one not to drip, not to get stuck everywhere, but generally, I mean, I'm actually testing a few mascaras out at the moment, and some of them, the formulas just are off, so I know if I'm in a hurry I've been able to pull this one out, and this one's be able to done the job for me. So I have to say, really like Maybelline Colssal. Only Maybelline mascara I have to say that I've tried that I really didn't like was Great Lash, and why that received so much publicity I really don't know. It was just a horrid clumpy mess. Do not like Great Lash. Right, suppose we'll stick to eye products then. And well, can I be honest? When I was on holiday, I did haul a little bit, and I bought 2 eyeshadows. First up, if you've been on any blog, any YouTube channel, they've raved about this product, and it is the Chanel Illusion d'Ombre eyeshadows. These are brilliant. I love these. The one I went for was 82, which was Emerveille, and it's a lovely sort of peachy nude colour. I'll see if I can swatch it. Don't expect like a solid colour. You're very much going to get more of a shimmer from this. I don't know how well you can see that in this light. But anyway, there, you can actually see better on my finger. I have to say I love these. The texture is beautiful. They're so quick to easy to use. You don't need much blending. You don't need much of anything. It's pretty much slap and go. I got this in duty free and I paid £19 for it, which sounds steep, but in the UK these are about £22.50, which is a lot of money for an eyeshadow, and I always think, oh, I feel bad paying that, but these are so worth it. I love this colour, and I've got another 2 on my list, Epatante and Illusoire, which hopefully I might put on my Christmas list, maybe get for Christmas, fingers crossed. But I'm wearing this at the moment, and basically just a slush of this, quick splash over the lids with a lot of lashings of mascara, and I've been good to go. It's when I haven't been bothered to do anything else. This is the eyeshadow that I've actually gone for. As I say, really love this. Big fan of those. Scary, £22.50 is a scary amount to pay for an eyeshadow in this country, but if you can and you want to treat yourself, go for one of those. Another thing was that I got in duty free was something I got in Larnaca in Cyprus. They're duty free. I'd originally intended to pick up another Illusion d'Ombre because I got that one in Newcastle airport and I'd had a chance to play with it, and I realised I did want the other ones, but they actually worked out at £24, which I did not want to pay. I didn't see the point, just because I was on holiday, paying more than what they were actually worth. So I decided to have a look around, and I went to look at the Bobbi Brown counter. Now, it's very rare you get to go to a Bobbi Brown counter without, shall we say, someone jumping on you. And because this one was empty, I went and played, and I poked my fingers and things, and I had a little play, and I actually went for one of their Longwear cream eyeshadows. Now, I love cream eyeshadows generally, basically as much for a base as for anything else, but I love them because they tend to last longer. especially the good quality ones. I'm yet to find a cheap one, I have to say, that lasts anywhere near as long as some of the good ones. My favourites are Benefit Creaseless Creams. I love Benefit Creaseless Creams. And obviously I quite like MAC paint pots. I say quite like because I don't think paint pots last as long as the Benefit ones. This is a very similar texture to both of them, the Benefit and the paint pots. So the colour I got was Black Pearl. So as you can see, it's like a sort of blacky grey. I'll try and swatch it. There, you can see on my finger. It's actually sort of a black grey, but it's actually got a bit of sort of dimension and sparkle to it. And it's sort of a similar texture to paint pots and to the Benefit Creaseless Creams. And I have to say I really like this because this stuff is blooming bulletproof. I wore it with a colour, I'll just show you the colour. I've actually got the colour here. I've been wearing it a lot with this colour here, this sort of dark grey over the top of it. And believe me, it has not came off. I've had makeup on for 8, 9, 10, 11 hours and I've still had to take it off and it's still been on as good as it was. I had MAC paint pot in Black Track, and if I Black Track, no it's not, Black Ground, and if I hadn't already sold it, I would have sold it once I'd got this, because I think this is a much superior product, and with that little bit of shimmer it actually lifts it so it's not looking too flat. I definitely want a couple of more of these. I believe it's a colour called Galaxy and Moonstone that I want. These are in the metallics, and I have to say I really like these and really rate these, and if you haven't tried these and you like long wear and cream products, definitely recommend these. Right, what else? We'll go to some blusher. I love blusher. Up until about a year and a half ago, I had a few blushes, but I wasn't blusher crazy. I was always frightened of blusher, where to put it, what to do with it, how to stop yourself looking like Coco the Clown, which you can do, unfortunately. So yeah, I have to admit and be honest and say I was actually sent both of these two blushers for review purposes, and I'm not going to make any apologies for that, because I think when you get this sent things, you're often frightened of praising it in case people think you're just doing it because you were sent it. But no, I'm sorry, as you know with me, I'm 100% honest. If I don't like something, I would say so, and I have to say I like these. Now the first one is by a company called Living Nature. I was sent this by a company called MyPure. If you've followed my YouTube and my blog for a while, you know that every month I do a couple of reviews for a company called MyPure. They generally sell natural brands, generally less chemicals, not tests on animals, things like that. And basically every month I can choose 2 products from their range to actually review. And a few months ago I actually chose this one, which was the Living Nature blush in Warm Summer. Now first up, I don't like the packaging. It's cardboard packaging and I'm not that keen on it, because I do think it has a tendency to look a bit scruffy after a while. But you know, I can live with that. That's maybe why I'm not so keen on the new Soap and Glory cosmetics, because a lot of them seem to be in cardboard packaging, and if you have something bashing around in your makeup bag for a while, that's not going to be good. But anyway, the colour is good. Now this is one of 2 blushes I've been using over the past month, and well, past 2 months. And I have to say that this blusher has become a real go-to. It's one of those blushers when you don't know what to wear and you can't think. You can't think of anything to wear. You just think, oh, I can't be bothered with blusher. But thankfully these 2 products I've always found that I've got something to wear. And as I say, this one's in the colour Warm Summer. I've predominantly been wearing this since I got back from holiday, because I think because with my skin being a little bit darker, but I wouldn't worry about that because it's just so natural. I mean, it is so creamily smooth. Do swatch for you. Oops, that's probably quite a dark swatch, which blended out a bit. That one there. And I have to say, it's a lovely sort of nudie peach colour, and it's been really nice, as I say, when my with the tan, and I'm being false tanning and so on. I've really liked using that one. I've done a full review on my blog, so obviously I'll link below to my blog so you can have a read that if you're interested. Now another blusher is something else I was sent, and I was recently contacted by a company called Queen Cosmetics. Queen Cosmetics are a UK company who actually specialise in making products which are hypoallergenic and especially suitable for people with sensitive skins. They've actually been trading since 1927, so it's got a real heritage behind it. Now they actually sent me a whole load of products, including one of these, which is kind of their equivalent of like a Z palette or a Freedom palette. Basically magnetic palette that they fill up with, you can fill up with blushes or eyeshadows or whatever in the range. And the product I particularly loved from them was a blusher. Now apologies, I haven't got the name of this. It's actually written on the press release and the literature they sent me, so I'll include that in the bob and the down bar if you're interested. Now this is the colour. As you can see, it's quite a peach colour. Now the first thing to notice with this shadow, this is nowhere, these products, they are nowhere near as soft as your MAC blusher or your, even your Live in Nature. It's not even as soft as that. You have to maybe scrape or actually work these a bit to get the colour from them. But I mean, I've got no complaints with doing that, but I know that a lot of people don't like doing things like that. But that's because they don't contain some of the ingredients that makes our eyeshadows conventionally smooth and creamy in a powder shadow. So you've got to work with them a bit. But again, this has been a blush when I've just gone for it and I've just wanted a total natural look. I'm wearing it at the moment and I've been trying to photograph it for a blog post I've got coming, and I can't get it to show because it just looks natural. It looks like you just look a bit healthier. So yeah, that's what colour it is. It's actually a lovely peach colour. As I say, I'll look up what colour that is and put it in the down bar for you. But I've really enjoyed using that blush in particular. If you're interested in the brand Queen Cosmetics, I've got a thorough review of all the products I was sent coming up at the end of this week. It includes the eyeshadows that I've got there, mascara, eyeliner, foundation, things like that. They were very kind enough to send me an awful lot of things to try, and I've reviewed them for you. But the standout product for me is the blush. I've really enjoyed using that. Final three products, again, are face products. Second, now this one, it's a bit of an homage. I think I must be the only person who liked this product. I've seen so many of them in blog sales and so on. And to be honest, if I'd known what I know now, I would have got one from somebody. Basically, it's by a company called Prestige Cosmetics. I think they're American. And unfortunately, they don't appear to be in this country anymore. They used to be in Boots, but all their counters in Boots have been taken over by the new Salt and Glory makeup. Boo. Now, this product is the Skin Loving Minerals Sun Baked Mineral Bronzing Powder in Pure Shimmer. And I apologise for the dilapidated and sorry state of mine. It didn't quite survive my makeup bag and the baggage handlers. The only other casualty I had was a Latent Denny nail polish, but that was well and truly bashed. But this is still here and it's holding on. Basically, I've definitely talked about this before in here. It's a melange of shimmery colours. I think the mistake there is with this product, it's been called a bronzer, and it's not a bronzer. It's really not a bronzer. I mean, let's see where I put this. You see that there? You probably, I don't know how well you can see that in the light, but this is a shimmer. This is the equivalent, say, to a MAC MSF. Closest colour I can describe it as maybe by candlelight. This is an amazing highlight colour. It's not a bronzer at all, in my opinion. It's a highlighter. Maybe that's the way the problems came, and that's people have bought it as a bronzer. I don't know, but I love this. I've had this for about 3 years now. And it goes on and on and on like most baked products. It's really, really long lasting. Which is just as well because it doesn't look as I'll be able to get another one. But I have to say I love this. If you can track this down and you're looking for a highlighter, not a bronzer, then this is well worth picking up. Finally, two foundations. As I said on holiday, I used my Laura Geller Balance and Brighten as per usual, which I love. And as I say, you're probably sick of seeing that, so I didn't include that. But since I came back and throughout the month of September, I used a couple of other things. First of all, a Bare Essentials ID Bare Minerals foundation. Now, I've talked about Bare Minerals foundations on my blog before and on my YouTube, and I've included them in favourites. I love mineral foundation because I love the convenience of it. It's quick, it's easy, and it's no problem. Now, the normal foundations have sort of more of a dewy glow to it, but because I have a sort of oily combination skin, I thought I'd go for the matte version. And now I actually went for this a few months ago, and how can I put this? It's a lot darker than I thought it would be. It's very, very... I went for the medium shade, which is my normal summer shade in Bare Minerals.